The story begins in a small American town where an old man named Walter Briggs lived alone in a wooden cabin near the forest. He was quiet, gentle, and always helped everyone. Children waved at him, shopkeepers respected him, and no one ever saw him angry. To the town, he was just a harmless old man. One evening, a dangerous gang known as the Razor Wolves arrived. They threatened shopkeepers, broke windows, and demanded money. The leader, Cole Vargas, was cruel and fearless. When Walter stepped forward to protect a young store owner, the gang shoved him to the ground and laughed at him. Walter stood up slowly, his hands trembling, not with fear, but with something the gang couldn't understand. He walked home in silence, saying nothing. Inside his cabin, Walter opened a hidden box under the floor. Inside were old military badges, a worn-out uniform, and a combat knife engraved with Briggs' Special Forces Ghost Unit. For 35 years, he had buried that part of his life. But that night, he brought it back. The next morning, the gang came again. But something felt wrong. Their bikes were sabotaged, wires cut, fuel lines torn apart with surgical precision. They thought it was a coincidence until the streetlights around them went dark one by one. A calm voice echoed from the shadows. "You shouldn't have hurt innocent people." The gang fired into the darkness, but Walter moved like a silent hunter. Using traps he built overnight, he separated them. One member fell into a rope snare. Another stepped on a pressure trap that pinned his leg. And another was knocked unconscious by a falling beam, Walter said earlier. Panic spread. They weren't fighting an old man. They were fighting a ghost. Cole Vargas tried to run, but Walter confronted him at the old bridge. Cole pointed a gun with shaking hands. Walter didn't move. His eyes were cold, steady, eyes that had seen war far worse than any gang. Cole yelled, "Why are you doing this?"